Here's one of the trailheads that I normally park at, and there's the Spring Hill Suites right over there. And you can see there's places to park right here, and then there's a new street they put in. The trail is straight ahead, and it goes up into the Bluffs from this direction. There's several trailheads. This one's might be a little harder for some people, but it's one I normally use. This is the single track part of the trail. It's a little narrow in here. Pretty much have to walk single file. Got to be careful of mountain bikers coming down here pretty quick. But in a few minutes, we'll reach the top of the bluff where it's a lot wider, better maintained. That's easier to walk. One word of caution. I have seen one rattlesnake out here. It's about 2 feet long, and I walked probably within about 2 feet of it when I heard the rattle. So just be careful. A lot of people out here, but you just want to be aware of your surroundings. Some of the trail isn't that pretty, but when you get to the top, you get to see views of the Rocky Mountains and Denver, and it gets spectacular up there. And the sunsets and the sunrises are just incredible. We're coming to the top of the single track trail. It's going to flatten out right here. We're heading south right now. They just opened a brand new trail that goes towards Cabela's and to the southeast, but over here it's heading west and it heads towards the Rockies. I'll start showing you some gorgeous views here in a minute. You can see the trails here. They're a good 10 plus feet wide. Really small gravel. They maintain it really well. So it's really easy walking, and you're able to get your breath back when you hit this point. It's been about 300 yards since my last video. We hit the top of the bluff, and the Rockies are just now coming into view. It's a little harder to see the Rockies today because a lot of smog has rolled in this afternoon. It was really clear this morning, but it's not so picturesque now. Here's an area that has a ranch on one side, real nice trail, and you head down a draw right over there to the north. Here's another T in the trail. If you go straight, you go to the Bluffs Regional Park Loop. If you go to the right, that goes back to the east to where Cabela's is, and that makes it about a 3-mile hike. They have several of these benches along the trail, and I'm swinging them back around here to the north, and you can see a little bit of Denver out there. I want to show you this picture before the sun set too much. I wanted to show you this area real quick. This is looking to the southwest and over to the west at the Rockies. You can see there's homes out here with some land and some places that have horses, and it's a real pretty area. We're at a junction in a trail right now where the trail from Cabela's meets up with the Bluffs Regional Park Trail. Right out there is a ridgeline where you can walk out and there's a park bench on. Great views of the city to the north. Denver is right out there. And over here is another ridgeline to the west, kind of northwest, and another park bench sits out there. Beautiful spot to watch sunsets. I wanted to tell you really quick, there's another trail right out there. It's another bluff. It's in Highlands Ranch. It's a real nice trail. It's a little closer to the Rockies, and I'll have a video of that up here in a couple days. You can see the other ridgeline to the east where the park bench is, and then you see it's got a pretty good view of the city. The end of the ridgeline that goes out to the west, and out there is Denver. Inglewood's over here, but out that direction is the Rocky Mountain National Park. If it was a clear day, you'd see Long's Peak. Normally you can see it. Mount Evans is right over there. Get Devil's Head actually right there, and actually you can see Pikes Peak. I'm not sure you can see it in the video very well, but you can always see Pikes Peak from here, and it's not a great view, but there it is. Here's another place where the trail splits. You can head down to that neighborhood and walk around it if you want, and you can come around to the bluffs from that direction where the compass is and make it only about a mile hike. You can make the hike short long, or in between if you want. It's up to you. Here's where the wide part of the trail stops at the compass. Heads off that direction to a single track. You can see Parker over there, if any of you know where that's at. But this compass is really cool. It points to all the different mountain peaks here in the Rocky Mountains, all the way down to Pikes Peak. You can see there. Mount Evans, Long's Peak to the right. It's really great. It's a wonderful place to come up here, hang out, watch the sunset. This has been part of the Bluffs Regional Park Trail. There's Cabela's there, the hotel, and the Sierra restaurant there. You can actually see in the distance the light rail that heads into Denver. This is actually where it starts down here in Lone Tree. There's a hospital, a neighborhood, parks, and that looks out towards Denver. Still get a pretty good view on a clear day at least of the mountains. You can see some of it there. We're just about 20 minutes from the sun setting. But I wanted to show you this. You can park right here in this neighborhood. Actually, I park right over there straight ahead, close to the hotel, and then you walk through the neighborhood and come up this trail right here. I would just warn you here that this trail is a little steep in some points and you can slide. My daughter and I have slid several times coming down it. But this is a great trail to come out and watch the sunrise right from here in that direction. I just really highly recommend you get out and get some exercise and see some of Colorado and Denver from this area.